Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. Now today is a very sad day because the Honda NSX goes back to Hendy Performance in Poole. But it's also a happy day because today is New Car Day. Oh yeah. So yes, sadly, this stunning Honda NSX is going back to Hendy Performance. I've had an amazing few days with this car. There is a full review coming to the channel very, very soon, I can assure you, but all I need to say is this is one underrated supercar. But I have a fairly busy day today. Sadly, my Hendy Kia Sorento 4 plug-in hybrid comes to the end of its long-term review today. It's going back and it's being replaced by my next Hendy car. And what I want to do with the next Hendy car is I want to try and go across all the different brands under the Hendy group and bring you different things. So I've loved my time with the Kia Sorento. The review of that car's done amazingly well on the channel and got some amazing feedback. There is still actually one film still to come with the Sorento. I did a living with video. I drove it down to Cornwall just to see how much stuff I could get in it and how fuel efficient it was. So that is coming to the channel soon, I promise. But yeah, it's been an amazing couple of months. And one of the things I love about being a brand ambassador for Hendy's is that I get these cars for a longer period of time. Sadly, I wasn't allowed to have the NSX for 2 months. That would have been lovely though. I could properly live with this car. But the Sorento I've had for 2 months, would you believe? So it's time for it to be replaced by something else. So first up, I need to go back to Hendy Performance in Poole to drop off this car. And then I've got a very short drive in the Sorento to the dealership where I'm picking up my new Hendy car, which I'll be driving for the next 6 to 8 weeks. I've gone a bit left field. It's an interesting one, and I hope you like the car. I'm quite intrigued to see what it's going to be like and what it's going to be like to live with, that's for sure. So I've arrived back at Hendy Performance in Poole. So as I swap the NSX for the Sorento, I thought you might like a quick look around the showroom. Sorento. I guess the only thing that this has in common with the NSX is it's a hybrid. Mate, I enjoyed my time with that car. Yeah, they've got some amazing stuff in the showroom, so I've just been chatting and hopefully we'll get some funky things on the channel. Now, these guys are the sole UK dealer for Moke. And when I picked the NSX up, I put a photograph of the car outside the dealership and there's some Mokes in the background. In fact, you might be able to see them just there. And so many of you went, oh, you've got to get a Moke on the channel. Well, I am. So I am currently, we're trying to get me one for a week. I'm going to spend a week with a Moke. I did consider it as my more long-term Hendy car and then decided that was probably not a good idea because I don't think they're the most practical car. I'm not so sure the dogs will be that happy. But I do desperately want to have a play with one. So I've not got very far. It's only 5 miles to the Hendy dealership that I'm picking up my new car from. And what I wanted to do, as I said already, I wanted to go for another brand that you might not know Hendy for, and also one that, I don't know, I just want to try and make these cars that I'm getting, certainly some of them, if you like, more accessible cars, the kind of cars that, if you like, normal people buy. So let's head over and see what we've got in store. I'm very intrigued by the car that I'm picking up. I have had several cars from this manufacturer and been hugely impressed. but I haven't driven the model that I'm going to be having for the next couple of months. So I am looking forward to it very, very much. But yeah, Poole's nice. It's a bit posh round here though. I think Sandbanks is quite close. All the celebrities live there, don't they? But anyway, let's head over to Hendy something Poole. Me again. I just wanted to do a bit to camera because I'm actually feeling quite sad to see this car go. I've done 2,760 miles in it, and I've really, really enjoyed the ownership experience. I know I didn't own the car, but I've certainly lived with it for a long time, and I've really, really enjoyed this car. It's very, very impressive. It's not a car you would buy if you wanted a performance car, but I never get in this car and feel like I want to drive fast. I never get in this car and feel like I'm in a hurry. I get in the car and I get from A to B in a calm and relaxed manner, and when I'm working and I'm having lots of long journeys, it's been a brilliant car to do that. It's been performing really well on the fuel economy point of view. You can get a bike in the back. It's just been an excellent car. So yeah, thank you, Kia. But yeah, I am feeling quite sad. I've only got 2 miles left in it. I didn't realise I'd get so attached to these cars. I thought they'd kind of just go through, but yeah, I've kind of felt like and treated this car like it's been my own, and I've enjoyed it. But it's a new car day, so everything will be all right in about half an hour's time when I pull the covers off my next new car. I know, I'm very lucky. Well, that's the first part of the reveal done. The manufacturer is Hyundai, and I am here at Hendy Hyundai in Poole to collect my next Hendy car. And I have chosen this particular manufacturer for a couple of reasons. First off, I've driven a couple of Hyundais on the channel before, and they are brilliant cars. I've had the i30N Performance, the hatch and the fastback, both very, very impressive. But I think as a manufacturer, they have lots of similarity to Kia. I think they're overlooked by many because of the badge, but they produce some fantastic cars. They have excellent warranty and aftercare, and I think for the average family buyer, they're a really, really good option, and they have some really interesting cars in their stable. The big question is, which one have I gone for? So I'm going to head inside and meet Tom, and then I'm going to introduce him to you, and I'll introduce you which Hyundai I'm going to have. And it is Hyundai, by the way. It isn't Hyundai like we tend to say in Britain. I've had so many people in the comments in previous Hyundai videos, so from now on I'm going to say Hyundai. Anyway, I'm going to go inside and meet Tom, but the big question is, which car have I gone for? Could it be the Kona all electric? Maybe it's a Tucson, maybe it's an i30N, maybe it's an i20. There are so many to choose from. Come on, let's go and meet Tom and meet my car. Now then, masks off. Now then guys, this is Tom, sales advisor here at Hendy Hyundai. That's a real mouthful, isn't it? Yeah. So he's going to be doing the handover of the car today. Now, it's super busy for you guys at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. So end of the month, and the last thing you need is a YouTuber coming along picking up the car. But it is parked just off camera. Now, we parked it outside. We haven't bothered with a cover today because it's windy, and we're doing the handover outside because they're so busy. We're hoping we don't get interrupted by seagulls. Hopefully. But there's lots to find out about the car. So let us find out which of the Hyundai range I'm picking up today. And I have to say, one, I think it looks ace. Yeah. The spec is amazing, and I can't wait to drive it. So let's go and take a look.
To your iPad, here's the all-new Hyundai Tucson Ultimate Self-Charging Hybrid.
Now you can say Hyundai, I'll say Hyundai. That'll keep the internet happy.
Perfect.
What a looker.
That's absolutely right. It's a stunning vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really lovely. Right, let's take a look around it, and then we'll tell you all the specifications you need to know. Now then, tell me about this car, because it's a new design for the Tucson, and I have to say there's an old shaped Tucson over there
and don't take this the wrong way, but it's night and day. The old one wasn't really a looker. This one, though.
It's completely different look to it. Specification is incredible. If you look from within the interior, the full leather interior, heated seats, ventilated seats, electric adjustment with memory settings. There's never any arguments for it for a couple. Also, the automatic gearbox is ever so smooth. Hybrid as well, so the fuel economy.
So is this a self-charging hybrid?
Self-charging,
So this would be interesting, because the outgoing car, my Sorento, was plug-in hybrid, so it'd be quite nice to do a compare and contrast. Engine-wise?
It's a 1.6, 230 brake horsepower, front-wheel drive.
Ah, excellent. Okay. And it's a good spec. So what are the options spec-wise in this? So this is the Ultimate.
Yes, so the top of the range.
This is top of the range.
Hyundai don't do many options. They only offer things like a tech pack because they like to keep the availability easier. But as a standard, satellite navigation, front parking sensors, rear parking camera, the electric tailgate, sunroof, which opens as well, so it's not just a panoramic view, and of course your Bluetooth, your digital radio, Apple and Android CarPlay, which is
Apple CarPlay.
Yes.
Is it wireless or is it plug-in?
Plug-in.
Oh,
not there yet.
You were
almost.
doing so well. But it's a really good-looking car. So I reckon we take the guys around and have a look at some of the spec on the inside. Try not to get the camera run over by another car. But really good. So in terms of you've got the Ultimate, and then they do an N-line pack as well?
So they do two different types of variants from the entry level. You can either go for the Premium or the Ultimate, or to the N-line or the N-line S, whether you want that little bit more of a refined look, which you get with the Ultimate, or whether you want that little bit more of a sportier look.
Yeah. When are you going to do a Tucson N? That'd be awesome.
Soon.
Imagine that 300 horsepower, four-wheel drive.
One day, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, mate, thank you very much for the handover today. I'm going to take the guys for a good look around the car, because it's a real looker. I'd love to know what you think. Now, I know some of you are going to go, oh, but honestly, I think you get so much bang for your buck. What's this retail at, by the way?
37,400.
37,400.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. I nearly paid 37.5 for a Mini GP3, and it had half the kit this has got.
Yeah, for what you get for your money is incredible. The specification and features, 5-year warranty. It's a great all-around package.
So if you think what the outgoing Kia was 52, and it sounds like it's got a very similar spec level to that. So can't wait to experience it. Well, thank you very much for you pleasure. And all the guys here at Hyundai. I've got to get this right. Hendy Hyundai Poole.
Correct.
Or Hendy Hyundai Poole, depending on which one you want. But yeah, great. I can't wait to drive it now.
Perfect.
I've got to drive it.
I know that you'll enjoy it.
Brilliant. Thanks very much.
No worries.
So then, what do you think? I think certainly from the outside, it's a handsome looking car and such an improvement to the outgoing model, that's for sure. First impressions of the inside, it's a really nicely trimmed place in here, and there's a huge amount of technology. So I'm not going to tell you too much about the car. There is a full review coming to the channel once I've done a few miles and spent some time in the car and really got to know it. I'd imagine that will be in maybe sort of a month's time or so. Seats, they look lovely. I'm not sure how comfy they are yet. I will find that out shortly, because I'm about to drive to Wales. But once you fire the car up, the thing I've noticed straight away is that the main instrument binnacle and MMI screen are effectively the same software that I had in the Kia. So there's a lot of overlap between that car and this one. And what I'm going to be really interested to find out about is, I've just spent 2 months living with a plug-in hybrid, and I on purpose chose this car because this is a self-charging hybrid, and I'm really intrigued to see the difference between the two. Clearly I won't have to plug this one in at home every evening. There are some nice touches in here. There's a little wireless charge mat for my smartphone down here, but it's got an integrated cooler, so it keeps the phone cool. I wish I had one of those in the Mini, that's for sure. Lovely big full-length panoramic sunroof. That's going to be brilliant for filming, but all in all, a really nice car. I'd love to know what you think. I had a few comments when I had the Kia, and I'm sure a few of you are going to comment on here. I don't know whether you're expecting YouTubers to only pick up supercars. But one of the reasons I wanted to have this relationship with Hendy was to share across the different manufacturers, either manufacturers you might not have considered, or cars you might not have considered, or both. And I think it's really interesting when you go to slightly different brands and have a look at the vehicles. And as I said, I've driven a couple of Hyundais before and they've always impressed me. So I thought the new Tucson, it's a good looking car, it's well spec'd. They start on the base level spec from £28,000 and go all the way up to this one, which is the top full spec one at about £38,000. So I think that presents good value as a car in today's current market, certainly with today's current car prices. So I think there's lots and lots of interesting and exciting stuff. The other reason I thought the Tucson will be good for the channel, plenty of room in the back for the pups. I'm going to see if I can get my bike in the back. For our family lifestyle, I think this car will be perfect. So there's lots and lots of things to discuss. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. Please put it in the comments below. Tell me what you think about the Hyundai Tucson and my new long-termer from Hendy. Massive thank you to the guys here at Hendy Hyundai in Poole. That is a mouthful, but thanks Tom for the handover. You've been absolutely brilliant. And thanks Hendy Group for the continued support on the channel. But let me know what you think, but I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you on the next film. But for now, I'm going to head off and put some miles on my new Hyundai Tucson, and I can't wait.